What's up, everyone? It's Sunday the 5th of January. And hope you're having a nice weekend. A nice Sunday. Released a Snyder Cut is at the FA Cup. Yeah, it's a Tottenham Middlesbrough game. And the fans raised enough money to have the Snyder Cut shown off at the on the billboards, the ads space, whatever you want to call it. And it's a good weekend so far. Even better news. Even better news, guys. Collider is sinking. It's a sinking ship. And I'm still here. And all the other... we'll talk about it. I've got their little statement up. Let's see who's in here. Braun, Iron Legion, I Am Venom, Jose M, R.I.P. Shillider, Anton A. Unfortunately, we still have Red Letter Media, Armin, Robert Storms, Jody, DC Warrior, and others to make fun of. Well, not unfortunately. Well, it depends. I mean, I don't want to, it's a new year. I think we should leave those channels be. Definitely, I've not seen any of those videos from any of those creators for a while. Creators, I use that term loosely. You get what you effing deserve, says D. Bateman. Good riddance, says Blank. So yeah, I was going to do a little video, but I thought I'd do a live stream instead. Wait a minute, the camera's a bit off. What's this? There you go. So yeah, if you're tuning in and you don't know what happened, let me tell you what happened. Let's see. Oh. Here, yeah, we'll do it there. So I'll show you the screen. Why am I not here? So you go Collider video to refocus its direction for a new era of entertainment. I wonder what that new era is. What's that all about? Where's my face? I need to show you my face. Picture in picture. There I am. So it says here, they don't even put the person's name. It just says Collider Video, by Collider Video. It says our video production side has been putting out terrific content for years. Oh, really? But as we begin 2020, the video content will be moving into an exciting new direction. Today, our production will be refocused towards expanding high-quality scripted, unscripted, and celebrity-driven content. This means more emphasis on popular series like Comic Book Shopping, the Deep Fake Saga. We'll get to all this in a minute, but we also have to say goodbye to some beloved series. We'll be ceasing production on Movie Talk, Collider Live, Jedi Council, and Heroes. That's basically their most popular shows. Well, used to be. And we cannot begin to express the depth of our gratitude to our loyal fans and to those who worked tirelessly on these productions. We are incredibly excited about the future of our video content. Not so, I don't know why you're saying that, because nobody's excited about your channel anymore. And we can't wait to share our next chapter with you. And here's a full press release. Oh yeah, whatever. So there you go, that's Collider, R.I.P. Because if you go to their channel, right, I need to expand this now. Let's see. Move it to the side. Make myself a bit smaller. Yeah. So if you go... Oh, come on. This is the tabs. Where are the bloody tabs? Oh, it's here. I don't even need to do that. If you go to their YouTube channel, look at their last 3 videos. They're getting downvoted, man. 34%, 21%. No, don't play it. Crap. 59% here. Right? So these videos are getting downvoted, they're recent ones, because fans are annoyed. And so usually, on average, they're getting like 20,000 views, 25,000 views on their videos. And I don't know. I think obviously there's more to it, because what's his name? Christian Harloff, he left beginning of November or something like that. And it's all because these videos here. This video here. You can see it on the left hand side, middle left. Baby Yoda reaction. George Lucas and Harrison Ford react to Baby Yoda and McClunky. The deepfake saga. 851,000 views. Right? And don't worry, I've got John Campea. He's got his own little video response. I've not seen it, so I'm going to watch it with you live. So because of these stupid little deepfakes video, they thought, well, we might as well cash in on these, and to hell with all the rest of our content. That's a really strange. What's this comic book shopping? I don't see them here. These videos, where are they? And there was another one, George Lucas, deepfake, 473,000. So they're basically cancelling most of their shows for a few quick bucks. Maybe this time next year there will be no Collider. Maybe the channel will be dead completely. So maybe if they didn't waste their time doing these stupid videos. Perry goes to space camp. Right, there was another one. Perry goes bungee jumping or some crap like that. So yeah, that's the latest Collider news. Don't worry, all these idiots crying in the comments. Right, there was someone. I'll go back. It was Chris Wong, right? Chris Wong tweeted something, and then some idiot replied in his comments. Let me just find it. To go back a few days. Here we go. So I tweeted, I want you to remember the one man who beat you. And it's a picture of me stepping on Collider's face, quote tweeting them, right? So Chris said, saving this legendary film gob tweet. Then here's the ultimate cut. Okay, so there's the headline. There's me. There's then text. There's a face. But you've got someone in the comments. Let's have a look. This piece of crap here. Cinefinity and beyond. A lot of good people losing their jobs today, Chris. A lot of people who actually support the fandom. I like you, but Gob can be a real prick. That's not cool. It's not cool. Would you like to see this person's avatar? There you go. There's his avatar. These are the kind of people. These people. Who needs people like this? Who needs fans like this? Who needs viewers like this? If Collider ends and all these idiots go away, the better. Moron with his fucking Thanos glove. Bloody hell. He's a Marvel and DC fan, look! It's okay to love Marvel and DC. Cinefinity and beyond. Tosser. So don't worry, Cinefinity and beyond. Perry Nemiroff, she has her own channel. John Rocca has his own channel. Christian Harloff is doing whatever he's doing. Don't worry, little man. They're all going to be around. Prick. Oh. Not to see my emails. So yeah, I saw that. I was like, shut the hell up. It's time for celebration, guys. This guy is so Scottish. And not that Scottish. You know, some Scottish people, they're a bit even more in your face. They love the sound of their own voice. Harloff really wanted that Galaxy Edge trip. So yeah, so let's look at John Campea. Everyone's asking me, have you seen John Campea's response? I don't know if it's tweets, but there's a video here. So we'll watch this, right? Let's see. Show John Campea. There you go. There he is. Play.
There is something that it's unavoidable. I didn't want to talk about this, but the amount of I figured it's going to become a bigger issue if I don't at least say something. Then, like if I don't say something, it's going to become a bigger issue than if I do say something. So let me talk about this right off the top. I know a lot of people have been asking me about this, so let me refer to this. Obviously, yesterday, news came out that Collider had canceled one of the longest running movie discussion shows on YouTube. They canceled Movie Talk, Heroes, Jedi Council, Collider Live, a number of other shows like that. And they canceled those shows, ending essentially an era in these types of shows. So now I constantly talk about how the purpose of my YouTube channel is not to talk about other YouTube channels. I think that's bottom of the barrel feed.
Okay, everyone's saying it's the wrong video. This is 17 minutes long. So you're trying to say there's a different video? Which, okay, let's go to his channel. No. So that was the 3rd of January. Today's the 5th. Alright, okay. John's response to Collider's idiot statements about cancelled shows. You want me to play this one? Okay, we'll play this one.
But before we get into anything else, and this is really something that isn't a great topic for open mic, but I have got to talk about this because I'm just going to burst if I don't talk about this. Now, you guys will remember that yesterday on the John Campea show, because I got a lot of people asking about it, I decided to discuss and address the situation going on at Collider, the place I started, at least the video side of it, and left a number of years ago. And you know, I tried to be as diplomatic, I tried to be as fair, and quite frankly, I try to be as supportive as possible. I called things for what they are. I also said, hey, from a business point of view, I get it. And if you guys saw my video yesterday, I think you may have liked what I said. You may have not liked what I said. But I think what we can all agree on, at least I hope, is that I tried to at least be fair. I tried to at least be fair. And say, you know, they're going to go in a certain direction and whatever, and that's cool, that's fine. Yeah, maybe they should have let everybody have one farewell episode. yeah, they probably should have given their talent who have poured blood, sweat, and tears into that place more than 1 hour's notice before dumping them and telling the rest of the world that their show got canceled just an hour after they... Okay, yeah, but I said that. But I also said, hey, they want to go in a new direction. It's their prerogative. It's their thing. And let's see what they do. And maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be awesome. And yay, team. Yay, team. And I tried. Now, I want to be very clear about something here. From the day that I left Collider, I never once spoke about them. And one of the reasons that I never spoke about anything going on over at Collider and whatnot and everything is partially because people online love drama. And no matter what I said, like I would even avoid saying the name Collider. I would say the place I used to work because I know that anything I said about Collider, somebody would take and twist in a negative way, no matter what. I could have said, hey, Collider is starting a fund to help orphan seals in the world. I could have said something great like that, and somebody would have found some way to twist it and make it look negative and blah, blah, blah. So, for years, I just never said a thing. You know what? I never said a thing. A lot of stuff went on over there. I always just completely kept my mouth shut. I said, nope, that's not my place to get involved there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to reference anybody there. I'm not going to say anything. And I stayed absolutely quiet for 2.5 years until yesterday. And yesterday, I tried to still be very fair. And I thought I was very even-handed, and I thought I was fair. But I cannot not say something about this. This is something I cannot stay quiet on.
What's he going to say?
Now, there is a little dick weasel that works over at Collider by the name of Jack Hind. I've never met this kid. I've never met this infant, this child, who knows nothing. I've never met this kid. All right? So I've never had any opinion about him. I just never had any opinion about him. So yesterday, on the heels of Collider, which again, as I said yesterday, they made some decisions that they wanted to make for their own company. That's within their right. Let's see what happens, blah, blah, blah. But after canceling all the shows that made Collider what it is, guess what? Nobody knows the fucking name Collider Video if it wasn't for all those people and all those shows and that community that was built, and 600,000 subscribers later, none of that exists. And this rolling around in his diapers Jack Hind dick zit wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for all those things. All right? But they pulled the plug on it. Okay, new direction. I get it. It happens. Fine. This jackass, this insufferable little fucktwit gets on Twitter yesterday, and I'm going to show you what this kid, Jack Hind, he is the number 2 guy from everything that I'm told. He is the number 2 guy over at Collider. He is the number 2 guy over at Collider, okay? Other than the big guy who owns it, the most influential guy over there is this kid, Jack Hind, who I don't even know if he's reached puberty yet. But there was an event yesterday because Collider's decided to go in the direction of celebrity bullshit. Fine. They have this event. Apparently it was a very nice event. And what this individual decided to tweet out, I was at a loss for words. Here's what it was. Now, Scott Mantz, who, by the way, just to be clear, I was just talking on the phone with Scott Mantz about a week ago. I have all the respect in the world for Scott Mantz. I love Scott Mantz. Let's just be clear about it. This has nothing to do with Scott. Scott's a wonderful individual. I have all the respect in the world for Scott Mantz. Scott Mantz very excitedly tweets out this thing about how he did this Q&A with the cast of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, part of the For Your Consideration Collider show that they're doing, which is awesome. That's great. Fantastic. By the way, just so you know, the last episode, I had some people writing to me to point this out. The last episode of Jedi Council on that show has more views than every episode of For Your Consideration put together. Just want to put that out there. But on top of this great positive thing that Scott Mantz puts out, this sharing this great fun moment and all that kind of stuff, wonderful tweet that he put out. This number 2 guy, this leader over Collider, on the day that they announce that they've canceled all these shows that made Collider what it is, at least Collider Video, he decides to take a swing at everybody who's ever worked on any of those shows and any fan who has ever followed any of those shows when he said the following: I wonder why Collider chose to focus their resources on industry professional content and not daily movie commentary and fart jokes. This is the number 2 guy at Collider. All right? And he better thank whatever fucking God he worships that I wasn't there. But this insufferable jackass writes, on a day that people lost their jobs and that fans lost content that they've been following for years, content that built that place into what it is, and the only reason this moron's got a job and how he has this job, I have no idea. He writes, gosh, I threw in the gosh myself, just to be clear. I wonder why Collider chose to focus their resources on industry professional content and not daily movie commentary and fart jokes. Let me get back into that in a minute. Another individual who took issue with what Jack Hind, number 2 guy at Collider, had to say. Another individual who took issue with what he had to say was a former staff member over there, Ken Napzok. Now, I haven't spoken to Ken Napzok. I'm not just trying to jump to Ken Napzok's thing. He's a big guy. He can take care of himself. But Ken Napzok called this quote to task. Ken, referring to what Jack just did, is dancing on the graves of people who just lost their jobs and lost their health insurance and whatever. And listen, by the way, let me rephrase here again. Let me point out again. Hard decisions need to be made in business. Hard decisions need to be made in business sometimes. I've been a leader. I've had to make unpopular decisions. I've had to say unpopular things. I've had to do unpopular things that sometimes rub people the wrong way. I've sometimes had to take people's jobs away. When you're in leadership, sometimes you need to do the hard thing. I get it, and if you saw my video yesterday, I don't blame them for that. But then coming out that day and unprovokedly writing nonsense like this. Anyway, Ken Napzok decided to call him out on it. And in response, Jack Hind wrote the following. Sorry the daily shows and the weekly shows you were all on did not perform well enough to stay around. It sucks, it really does, but the YouTube community didn't support you in the channel, only now once it's gone. I read this and I'm like, this can't be real. This cannot be real. And then, and you'll have to forgive me because I didn't pull a screenshot of it, this Jack Hind kid later on goes on to say, it's just that all these so-called fans getting mad at us now. Why weren't they thanking us that we kept this content on as long as we did? Why weren't they thanking you? Why weren't the fans and the movie fan community who built that place, who are the reason that place exists, who are the reason you have a job, and you're sitting there lamenting out loud that they should be thanking you? And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to call you out right. I'm going to call right now. I was texting back and forth this morning with Mark Fernandez. And I might be getting one or two of the words wrong here, but basically what I said was, dude, this says a lot about your company that you have a moron with clearly no experience.
He's got Mark Fernandez on speed dial, guys. What does that tell you? Maybe he was hoping for a job away back at Collider at some point.
No wisdom and no discernment whatsoever working on your staff. Now, I'm not going to tell you what Mark wrote and replied to me because I'll leave that between Mark and Jack. I'll let Mark and Jack work that out themselves. But I'm like, this speaks volumes about your company, that you've got a guy with no experience, no intelligence, clearly no wisdom, and clearly no discernment publicly representing your company. He's your number 2 guy. I would like to remind Jack Hind about a couple of things. I'd like to remind this insignificant little dickzit about a couple of little things here. First of all, this movie commentary and fart jokes, you want to know what Collider Video was before those commentary and fart joke shows? You want to know what Collider Video was? It was this pathetic little YouTube presence that did nothing but post movie trailers. Posted movie trailers and film clips from other movies. That's all it was. It was a click once and then leave kind of content. And I remember when Complex was courting me to come over there, and we were talking about me bringing everything over to Complex, and I sat down with one of the vice presidents, senior vice president of the company. And he was like, wow, these videos get views, like trailers and trailer clips. I said, yes, but let's dive into the analytics. How many people are actually subscribing to the channel as a result of watching these individual videos? And we went through them, and it was nil. Nobody was subscribing to the channel because that type of content, while maybe getting you a couple of cheap clicks, it does not develop community. And it doesn't develop brand loyalty. And it doesn't develop brand identification. It breeds none of that. It's a quick click on a link and then disappear, and they won't even know the name of the YouTube channel that did it. And I sat down with the vice president of Complex and walked him through all the analytics and pointed out. And then I pointed them out to some other little videos that had smaller views, but had a massively higher subscription rate that people would click on subscribe as a result of watching those videos. And they were videos that cultivated and nurtured brand loyalty, brand identity, and community. Community. These little commentary and fart joke shows, as this moron puts it, establish Collider Video as a major name. People like Christian Harloff and Mark Ellis and John Schnepp and infinite numbers of others who work their asses off to make those commentary and fart joke shows built the foundation of the playground you now get to play in. You get to play in the playground and in the ballpark that those people built. You insufferable, ungrateful little piece of shit. You should be on your hands and fucking knees thanking whatever God you worship that those commentary and fart joke shows were around to give you a place to have the job that you gave you the opportunity to run it all into the ground. And by the way, let's talk about that for a second too.
What's the kind of point of just kind of regurgitating what happened in the past and what if John Campea, if he built all this, because of him, AMC Movie Talk took off and Collider took off. If he was so great, right, why didn't everyone follow him onto the John Campea show? Why did they not come along with him? Money, my friends, money. Collider, whoever owns Collider, they had the money to pay all these people, all the staff. So I don't know, I'm not really kind of invested in either side. I don't really care. I'm just kind of, there's less fake news to deal with, guys. There's less sensationalist crapping on DC and loving Marvel. A little less of that in the world. A little less on that on YouTube. So I think I'll just leave it there. It's just rambling. Goes on for another 10 minutes. Whatever. So and who is this Vishnav guy who just keeps end comic book cast? Shut up, you moron. I'm gonna ban this guy. Where is he? Dickhead. You can type it. You can type it once and we can all see it. Where is he? I'm going to ban this asshole. Ban you for good. And then what you can do, you can go over to Film Junkies channel. That's what you can do, because that's what, when I ban someone from YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, they start crying over at Film Junkies channel. Film God blocked me. And then they jerk off about how much they don't want the Snyder Cut or some shit like that. Where is he? Where is this scumbag Vishnav? Benjod. And banned. Got banned, kid. So anyway, no, it's okay. I've got one step too far. I've got my Order 66. Very interesting video coming up for you guys soon. There's a lot of editing that needs to take place. Everyone's going to be in it. Coco Rodriguez, Randall Savage, Shorty, me. So yes, the JJ cut. People talking about the JJ cut. It's a 2.5 hour film, right? And apparently the JJ cut is 3 hours long. So basically you're going like the Batman v Superman situation. But I can't see the JJ cut fixing the problems of The Last Jedi, fixing the issues that people have with Rise of the Skywalker. I can't see an extended cut of the film from the same director, deleted scenes added in. I can't see how that's going to change things. So, and has there? I don't think there's ever been like an extended cut of any Star Wars film, apart from like the remasters from George Lucas. Okay, bring the music back on after that ridiculous ramble. So, what else is happening? Jordan says, remember when Grace Randolph said Wonder Woman 84 was going to be a small reboot of the DCEU? Well, I noticed there is a whole year you have to wait for a DC movie after Wonder Woman, and it's Batman. You reckon she's right? It would be very strange to have any kind of rebooting or course correction in such a blatant way in the second Wonder Woman film. I don't see how that would happen. So we'll have to wait and see. You have a strange taste in clothes colours. It's a grey hoodie and it's a white and grey shirt. It's comfortable. That's all that matters. Yes, The Rock is training for Black Adam. Not really excited for Black Adam. Don't really care. Yes, I have many Celtic jerseys from different seasons. Maybe I should wear one. I'm sure I wore one many years ago on a live stream. I'm sure. My back pain is still, it's still there. I did, in the last live stream I said my body was a bit slanted. I found a video on YouTube, some guy explaining what you need to do, and I did it. And it's kind of painful, but I don't know. Still some symptom kind of shifts slightly, so I have to keep doing the exercise every few hours. So what's happening with Liverpool versus Everton? Let's see what's happening there. Oh wow, Liverpool 1, Everton 0. Curtis Jones scored. It's the FA Cup. But yeah, Middlesbrough versus Tottenham, 1-1. So that's a full-time score. But the big talking point of that was the Snyder Cut banner being shown on the advertising boards. So thank you, congrats to everyone who donated to get that happening. You saw some people, and I retweeted some positive tweets from people who saw it there. right? And then, but there's still some idiots who just like, why did the money go to that when it should be going to the Australian bushfires? Seriously, some people said that. Mourinho is not aware of Snyder Cut Awesome. I think Mourinho's a Marvel fan. I think he's an MCU fanboy. He has that kind of arrogance, like, yes, I've heard the Marvel is the best, so I will also say Marvel is the best. He's one of those people. Who's this? You all think Disney is done hammering the nail into Star Wars? Kevin Feige is on his way, and he's bringing Brie Larson with him. True. It's very true. Actually, that gives me an idea for the next video. Maybe is it too late to change it? I've made a thumbnail. Oh, crap. I made a thumbnail. Maybe Brie Larson can join in as well. Who cares? Yes, Disney shouldn't have... I don't know why George Lucas sold it to them of all people. Like, why? Maybe he just wanted to get back at the fans. Huh? All those Collider people who trashed the prequels. Now they behave like, oh yeah, the Disney Star Wars is so much better. You get what you effing deserve. Just ignore that Jason LeBoy. Jason the moron. So click that like button if you're having a good weekend. And even if you're having a bad weekend, click that like button. Some changes coming, I think, on this channel. Some big changes. The Golden Globes are tonight? They're happening tonight? Oh well, I won't be watching it, but tomorrow I'll look for the... what do you call it? Results. I hope Joker wins every bloody award it's nominated for. Watch the man babies cry. What do you think Zach was doing in Kimpton Hotel? I don't know. People saw it, they realise it's near Warner Brothers. It's just a few, not far away. A few miles, I think. So there's regarding all this JJ cut stuff, right? it was, what was his name? Jeremy from Gimps and Gamers. I think he's for it. The hell are you, like, it's amazing how, like, they just go back and forth. I don't even think they like Star Wars. Like, what is the... is it just go kind of back and forth? Oh, yeah, it's J.J. Abrams' fault. Oh, no, it's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. Now J.J. Abrams is a nice guy, and we want the J.J. cut. I was watching this video from Mad Max, something the channel is called, and he wears a mask, and apparently he's had some... he's got some beef with Jeremy. I don't know what about, but I was watching his video and I like his, because if you, I'll bring it up. Listen, look at this. Oh, you search for Mad Max and he's awesome. Video clips come up from the new Mad Max and the old one, but that's not why I'm here. I'm looking for the channel. Mad Max the Mandalorian. This guy. The funny thing, he actually, even when he's wearing the mask, he actually looks like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, because he's got that pale white face, big orange glow around him, around his face. That's basically what Jeremy looks like. So, what's this? Doomcog the Leaky Peacock. Overlord of those overcompensating gets diagnosed. Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy versus Matt Jarbo. Is this what you really want to see? Do internet gangs exist? What's this? Brie Larson, Mega Hater 42 and Restraining Orders. How the fandom menace has failed and the rise of the Menace Slayer. So again, I think he's in the Matt Jarbo side of things, I think. So there's lots going on in the fandom menace versus their haters. I don't know. JJ cut is fake news. There's really not much to do on YouTube, right? You can either have drama, right, fighting other channels, which I've done, right? I'll hold my hand up. I was, hating on Collider and Armin and Robert Storms, and I can just, I like to humiliate them once in a while, and then they go cry on Twitter. But so it's either that, or you're just kind of doing videos on every news and rumour about a particular niche market, subject matter. This gets boring, man. So not much else happening on this Sunday. I start the gym this week or next week. Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm feeling a little bit better and need to do a bit more stretching, yoga type exercises. Hopefully get back to full fitness, hit the gym. Got my multivitamins. Look at this. Multivitamins and minerals. Vegan. Yeah, they're vegan. No animal fat, nothing. There you go. No more Iron Brew, no more Coke. Only water. So that's my aim for this year. Hosey M says, I'd tune in for some political rants or tech talks though. I wouldn't mind doing a video now and again about tech. You know, when there's an event happening. Maybe when the Apple event's happening, I could do a live stream then. I know some people are going to be like, I didn't subscribe for this. I guess I wouldn't notify my subscribers if that's the case. So I could just do a live stream and see who joins in. Political rants, oh my god. Get all the Trumpers attacking me. Yes, no Iron Brew, no more. They changed the taste of it anyway, so like what's the point? It doesn't even taste the same anymore. I wanted to start a second channel, maybe do cryptocurrency news, Bitcoin, stuff like that. But then they started banning, or not banning, but sending strikes to channels, crypto channels, and bloody. It was a YouTube attacked some of my favourite channels. Yes, we had Kevin Feige come out this week. Oh, we're not really thinking about a transgender character in the MCU. Not really, even though he said it himself, I'm sure. No, that was the horror. Oh yeah, they announced on stage at the CCXP, I'm sure it was. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be our first our first horror film in the MCU, which is what they said about the first Doctor Strange film. It's going to be the first horror film. Now the sequel, it's going to be our first horror film, and now he comes out and says, it's going to be PG. Don't worry, everyone, it's going to be PG, but it'll have some horror elements. And all these sellouts, all these bloggers, all these scumbags hyping that shit up. So Collider may be dead, but we've still got some work to do, Thank you, Cassie. Feige and Marvel Studios, they always announce these things on their big stage and then they walk it back. They back it up, keep backing it up. Just a few weeks later, months later, when no one's looking or hearing. Stupid MCU fans. Oh, now they're saying, oh well, we might have a transgender character. Who's he going to be played by? Huh? Who's he going to... Joe Russo? Is he going to step in? Oh my god, I had an operation and now I'm transgender. I'm so sad. Prick. yes, I'm sure when Namor comes out, they'll be comparing it to Aquaman, and oh, it's so much better than Aquaman now. Look, we've finally got our own under the water, under the sea superhero. You know what, guys? We'll leave it there. Right. I like to keep these live streams under an hour. So thanks everyone for tuning in, watching. And if you made it through Campea's rambling, well done. But yeah, Sunday the 5th of January. The year is still young. You can make changes. You can... Lots of things. You can plan ahead. Do something new this year. Not stuck on YouTube and watching crappy Collider videos. So thanks for tuning in. Click that like button, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon, right, so you can be notified even though it doesn't work because YouTube's broken. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitch, Discord, and support us on Patreon. You can become a monthly patron from $1 a month, or you can donate $5 a month, and you can be included in our videos. I've got the nice little theme that plays for you $5 patrons. But yeah, so thank you, Jose M, Emil Johansson, Mattia, Patrick, Richard, all the usuals. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. And I'm Shaker, and I'll catch you later.